What's going on, guys? It is Goalazio here, and welcome back to another episode into the brand new series of the best players you can sign in Season 2. So, obviously, last episode we did Season 1, and I introduced you to players which I think you should sign in Season 1. So, generally in Season 1, there's a way that I think you should do it. So, go check out that video, and check out the players I think you should actually sign. And today, in Season 2, these are the players I think you should actually sign. And general consensus, in my personal opinion, from playing FIFA, is that when you get to Season 2, you're kind of after a couple of more established players. So when you get to Season 2, you've either done one of two things. You've either achieved goals and you've got promoted, or you've won the league, or you've established yourself, or you've stayed within the same league and you haven't got promoted, or you haven't really moved up the pecking order whatsoever. So what these particular players are going to do for you is actually, this is more for Road to Glory, but what it will do is kind of give you the next step to actually getting you to the next step of your career mode. So what's the next goals for you? But anyway, guys, without further ado, make sure you do hit that like button if you do enjoy the video. And of course, if you're brand new to the Goalazio YouTube channel, please subscribe, because recently we reached 1,100 subscribers. And of course, if you are a Blackburn Rovers fan, check out Twitter at Talk Blackburn in partnership with Sky Football. But anyway, guys, let's go on into the very first player. Right, guys, the first player we're going to be looking at today is Mullen, who is a PSV left winger. Starting off at 72 rated, so generally going to be higher rated than the rest of your team, with a potential of 83. He's only valued at around 5 million. Oh, guys, I have set a max budget of around, but he does have 4-star skills which stand out, and he's a very, very pacey customer with around 90 pace. Coming in next, guys, we do have a central midfielder from FC Barcelona, valued at £6 million. And you have to say, well, the reason I've decided to pick this particular player is that in Season 2, he's going to be around 75, 76. So he's going to be very established. Whether you're a low-end Prem team or your high-end Championship or just a general Championship team, you're going to be able to sign him in. He's going to be very good for you. But the good thing is that this particular player is that sometimes you kind of struggle a little bit with your midfield. Generally, throughout the season, you think, you know what, I need someone more established. And I need that depth. And that's where Elena comes in. It's a very good player to actually have in your squad. Strong midfielder and can push forward and also push out on the wing a little bit if needed. Check them out, guys. Something I like to do in Season 2 is to bring in an ever so slightly more established striker. This is kind of more of a backup scene, if I'm truthfully honest, because in the first season, I think we recommended Timothy Way, who is quite an established player already. I think he's around 68 rated. He's on loan in his first season now. But the good thing is with this particular player, Moise Keane, who I'm actually bringing in for you guys to actually sign, he's going to be around 76 rated in your Season 2. And then what you're going to be able to do is just slot him in, and you'll be able to adapt and evolve your actual gameplay quite easily. You can actually have a bit more competition who's going to start. And also, if you want to start 2 prime strikers up front, you do have that option. I always recommend bringing in another striker in Season 2. So, Moise Keane, check him out. Alphonso Davies, a player which I discovered last year when he was 16 years old. And I do have to say, an absolute cracking player. Just in general, I honestly think you can sign him whenever you want. And the reason I'm telling you to actually bring this particular player in is that if you leave him any longer, he is going to develop way too much, and he's going to cost way too much again. So really need to take that in consideration with a couple of these players. So when you get to Season 2, he's out of the 6 months in, even I should say, he's out of the FC Bayern Munich new contract thing. So you'll be able to actually sign him in. He's a reserve player, so you'll be able to bring him in quite easy. And the brilliant thing is, he's an absolute amazing winger. So you can play left mid or right mid. So if you are lacking that slight creativity and you need that ever so slightly more established player in your squad, you can actually bring him in. So really consider recommending bringing him in, sign him to your squad. So you might already have Timothy Way in your squad. For example, if you took my advice for Season 1, and you'd be like, actually, he's really good, so I don't need Keane. I'm going to bring in Alphonso Davies, who's going to actually assist Way a lot more, because at the end of the day, Way is 6'1". If this guy can get balls into him, you're going to be laughing. Check him out, guys. Alphonso Davies. So Alphonso's on the left, Harry Wilson on the right. Kind of very similar with Alphonso Davies, if I'm truthfully honest. It's that kind of thing of, like, if he goes on any longer, he's going to be more established. He's going to cost you way too much. And also, as well, the reason this guy's in Season 2, not Season 1, is because you can't sign him in Season 1. I wanted to kind of bring him across because I think Harry Wilson is probably one of the better players that you'll actually sign whenever in your career mode. He does only have a max potential of 84, but if you are lacking that slight creativity edge and you want to fork out that little bit more money to accommodate Wade, for example, this is the player for you down the right-hand side when you've got Alfonso potentially down the left. So he's only going to cost you around £6 to £7 million or so. Definitely a player to check out, Harry Wilson. Coming in next, I do have a centre-back, and it's kind of going back to the idea of establishing your defense. So if you've done what I've told you so far in season 1, you would have created a spine to your squad. So that means you would have brought yourself a goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, attacking or defensive, and a forward. What this particular player does is kind of slot into your defense. So what you would have potentially done is bought a less established centre-back, who is, for example, I think Apadu was one of them I recommended, who is around 64 rated. So he would have grown a little bit in the first season, probably got to around 68 or something. And this particular player, when you bring him in, valued at £4.7 million, he's going to be 72 rated. So the reason you bring him in is because he's going to be ever so slightly better of your current defender who's playing well. So it strengthens your defense and gives you a solid triangle, the best way to put it, of established, road to glory, and growth potential players. So definitely play a check out. Jordan there playing for Rovers in Bundesliga. Honestly, really check him out, guys. 72 rated to start off with an 83 potential. But the idea behind it, like I mentioned, is to have an ever so slightly established centre-back in your team, and this is how you achieve it, because now you've got a really strong partnership, you've got a really strong goalkeeper, all gonna grow above 82 rated very, very easily. But guys, check him out, guys. Jordan from Rovers in the Bundesliga. But anyway, guys, I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Of course, if you want to see more content of mine, hit that subscribe button. But I hope this has kind of helped you for season 2. You may have noticed that I linked a lot of the players and the reasoning behind it because of season 1. So where I've actually signed players in season 1, I'd be like, okay, you bring this player in because it works with this player from season 1. With these videos, I want to keep clean and precise with the players to actually sign, because realistically, you're only going to sign 1 or 2 players. So why give you loads? Let me just give you my best ones to sign. But anyway, guys, I hope you all did enjoy the video. If you want season 3, please be sure to comment below and subscribe to the YouTube channel. But anyway, thanks for your amazing support, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.